What to learn from trends asking Jojo how to do digital transformation. No one in the world can fool me, but I can fool the heavens and the earth. Cao Cao was a statesman, warrior, and poet in the late Han dynasty of China. Cao Cao was born Meng De. His childhood name is Gili, and his surname is Aman. His hometown is Zhou County, a defeated state. He was born on March 15, AD 515, Luoyang, China, and buried on April 11, AD 220, Anyang, China, with 15 wives and 25 children, 19 boys and 6 girls. In The Story of the Three Kingdoms by No Cheng County, Cao Cao's pride, self-respect, and patriotism, which he sought to honor by adopting a son to serve the state, remained strong, at least until his death. It is speculated that it was Cao Cao's dream that his pride, and patriotism would continue to live on, albeit faded. He was a prince, a chancellor, a general, and a great king, but he never became emperor. His dream was pride and conceit. I am not afraid of failure. I'm afraid of despair. In the first episode of the DT series on Ti타임즈 YouTube, Professor Jae-Hong Choi talks about the success formula of DT mentioned by the Digital Initiative Group, and maybe it is the words of Cao Cao on the way back from the Battle of the Red Wall. I am not afraid of failure. I'm afraid of despair. I think Cao Cao's beliefs and philosophy are similar to those of a CEO in the current era. He was not afraid of failure and laid the foundation for the unification of the world through repeated crisis management. Of the 6 DT success formulas, 1 through 4 correspond to strategy. Once you have a strategy, you can make anything. You will be able to weigh failure and success. And Professor Choi emphasizes 7. Repeat. After all, the core of DT is constant repetition. DT Success Formula, Digital Initiative Group. 1. Strong will and philosophy from the CEO. 2. Recruit talent. 3. Establish an organization to drive DT. 4. Form a committee to evaluate and provide direction. 5. Establish a business model. 6. Funding and execution. DT fails because 1. No strategy for digital transformation. 2. No skills. 3. There may be serious security issues. To disrupt or to be disrupted. The first digital camera was invented by a Kodak researcher, and the management's response was, "Great. Don't tell mama." Once digital cameras were popularized by Japanese camera companies, Kodak was on the wrong side of history. And they didn't destroy their own. DT can't succeed unless someone innovates and iterates. Professor Choi, who is an expert on Amazon's management, said that Jeff Bezos' management philosophy has a meaningful quote. If there is a chance of success 1 out of 9 times, why not do it? This is Amazon's DT philosophy, and it is probably the fundamental idea that built the Amazon empire today. In the current situation of Korean companies, it is most important to follow the DT way with advanced techniques. Now is the golden time. If there is a strategy, the bell will ring, and the funds will be invested and practiced, and it will be repeated. I believe that the permanence of companies with a history of 100 or 200 years will be secured. As Cao Cao said, I'm not afraid of failure. I'm afraid of despair. Someday after the Great Wall War, I hope to create a map of each of the 1233 characters. I made Cao Cao's map first. I hope you enjoy it. Also, every morning, Professor Choi Jae-Hong's Facebook page has great posts. Here's one in particular that caught my eye. Professor Jae-Hong Choi, Wonju University, Gangneung, Yuba, was followed by talent. Cao Cao sought talent. Liu Bei made a name for himself by being virtuous and compassionate. Cao Cao gained notoriety for his shrewdness and viciousness. Liu Bei, however, was determined to take over the world. Cao Cao was crazy about unifying the world. Cao Cao teaches us the lesson that if you are not desperate, you cannot achieve it. Source. Quoted from Professor Choi Jae-Hong's Facebook. Bongsan Open Road Wusu Bridge, Fang Shankai Dao Yu Shui Jia Chao. Where mountains meet, make a road. Where water meets, build a bridge. It means that when difficulties arise, if you gather wisdom with a firm will, you can overcome any crisis. This was said by Cao Cao on his retreat after his defeat at the Battle of the Red Wall. Being a commander is not just about courage. Sometimes you need to be afraid, and you need to be smart when you take action. Admonishing the rising star Ha Hu Yan. Every man has his own master. Don't chase him. When Guan Yu leaves to find Yu Bai. If you ask Cao Cao how to get to DT, Cao Cao was a hero of the flightless. And if you ask Cao Cao about the path to DT, wouldn't he say something like this? I'm not afraid of DT, digital transformation, failure. No despair, repeat. No second chances, repeat, after a predicts failure like GE. And replace the CEO in one fell swoop. I'm afraid of despair.